What's good, guys? Welcome back again to this channel. In this video, I'm actually going to be showing you a trade that I took right on XAU USD that was able to, it was actually successful trade, and I'm going to show you the work done or the workout I did to be able to get this particular entry. Okay, if you're tuning in for the first time, be aware to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever it is will come your way again. All right, pretty much this is XAU USD, and this is 30 minutes frame time frame, and as you can see from here what the chart is actually doing right here. This is actually a zone. I came out and I saw that there was a zone here, you know a zone that price has actually retested to. So the next thing I did was to look at for whatever it is pattern that the zone was trying to form at the time. And as you can see right here, we were actually gold was actually bullish. If you if i if you look closely, you see that gold was actually bullish from yesterday. So you could see that this was actually, you know, um, gold being bullish. You could see by having all of these all-time highs, and that was actually that. So what I actually did here was to watch out for the potential pattern in which price action was trying to form at the time, and I was able to see that there was this M pattern that it's actually trying to form. And you should understand that whenever you see an M pattern that is being retested on a particular zone, it therefore means that price is trying to break through that zone. Like the bulls are trying to break through the zone, but sellers are actually coming in big time, and to that effect we should be looking at for sales on gold at the time. We should be looking at for a temporary sale tentatively anyways, but then um let's see what happens since we're looking out for a sell, because what we're trying to do is to catch sniper entries at this point. So in this case, I had to go down to a lower time frame, so I had to use my 15-minute time frame. And using my 15-minute time frame, I could see what price is actually doing in a very clear scale, as you can see right here. So you could see the double top that it is trying to form, and then the rejection of that point. So we should be looking at going down. But before you start looking at going there are some couple of things you need to look out for. Now the thing is, I'm actually going to be taking my trade on a 1 minute time frame, so I have to scale through from the 30 minutes through to the 1 minute. So if I go to 5 minutes and see what price is doing, this is actually what price is actually doing on 5 minutes now. But what I did here was that I was patient enough for price to play out what he wants to play. You could see what it is now. Now this is also another clean zone that you could look out for, because price has formed this particular reacted up of this fair value gap here and then pushed up to this region, as you can see right here. This region, as you can see right here. So um yes, so what I'm actually looking out for is price to pull all the way down again. Price should pull all the way down again. So let's see if price is going to pull down to this zone. Remember, this is a zone that I've already marked out, of course, using um this is actually a zone that I've already marked out, as you can see right here. So we're actually going to be playing price to see what price is going to do right on this particular region. This is a zone that I'm expecting price to get through to. So let's play price to see what price is actually going to do right here. So playing price, you could see price had to come to this level and then went back again all the way to that level. This is on 5 minutes. Now let's go back to um this is on 5 minutes, remember. Now let's go back again to what we are having right here, so that at least it's going to help a whole lot of understanding as well. Are we together now? So if I should come down to this level again and see that price had already got it, because this was actually where we stopped. So price had already got in there. So I went back to my 1 minute time frame, and immediately I got to 1 minute time frame, I could have a larger scale of what price was actually trying to do right here. And then this was actually where I did my own entry, as you can see now. This is 1 minute time frame, and we're actually making this a little bit smaller so that it will be visible to everyone that wants to, or visible to you that is watching at the time. So now you could see what price is actually doing. Price is giving us series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, You could see lower highs, lower lows, lower. So this is actually telling us structure is, working out perfectly fine here. So what I'm not actually going to be doing is, remember, we're anticipating a long run for gold to be able to break through down to all of this zone, and then we're anticipating price to come to the zone. But before this, we could catch sniper entry, and that was actually what I did here. So I watched price had reacted up of this region. As you can see, remember, this is an order block. Let me indicate this. Price had gotten to this order block, but now remember, when price gets to another block for SMC traders and the rest of them, ICT traders, you find out that when price gets to your block, you watch out for the reaction it is going to do, and then look out for CDIS for you to be able to know the next phase you're going to be venturing into. And that was actually what I did right here. In waiting for my CDIS, I had to CIDS. Then I was able to, see what price was going to do right here. And then immediately I saw this, I was waiting for a sweep. Remember, we have liquidity here. This is liquidity here. We have liquidity at this point. So this is liquidity here. We also have another liquidity at this point here, as you can see right here. This is another liquidity. So in order for this trade to play out up of this fair value gap, or sorry, up of this other block, then all of this liquidity has to be swept, and that's what we are looking at, to be able to sweep this liquidity. So plain price had to do this for us real quick, and as you can see, price did this pretty much for us. Immediately I got here. Now I waited for this sweep, and this was actually the sweep. Let me show us real good. This was actually the sweep, but let me make this a little bit more better for us, so that we could see how the sweep was formed. Yes, so that we could see, or we can see how the sweep was formed. So coming to this point, you could see this is it. Are we seeing now? We're waiting for sweep. Now let me post price. Now if I bring my rectangular, sorry, if I bring my horizontal array and place it on this particular uh liquidity, we'll find out that it has not been swept. I remember orders are lying below the liquidity levels. So what I had to do was to now, if I play price, I had to wait for the sweep to occur, and immediately the sweep occurred. That was when we got into the trade. If you watch, you could see the sweep beautifully well. Let me zoom off for us to see. Now this is, let me come through this area so you could see clearly. Now if you watch, this is exactly, you could see the line where the liquidity of this point intersected with the line. So let's not, with this particular zone, I call it a zone because we have um action, price action, doing a whole lot there. Now if we screw up, that's why you have to pay close attention to what price is actually doing. Now at this point you could see that there was a sweep here, very little. You could see this sweep now. So this was what I was actually waiting out for, and I waited for price to pull through the next to the through that particular candle for me to get my confirmation, and then I took my entry. I remember my entry is actually went on a long in this case, because after getting this short long, then we'll not be looking out, coming downward. So I had to just look for a simple trade that was going to play out one is to probably one. So this was where I entered the trade. This was what I was looking out for, and then stop loss was actually placed a little bit below the sweep for a good protection right there. And I watched that and looked out for 1:1, and that was how this trade played out beautifully well, because I was looking out for at most, let's say, 1:1, because the reason why I was looking at this is because this is one of my strategy that hardly take losses, and but then we don't aim at our risk to reward more, superlatively high. So I was just looking at the nearest eye, which is this 1:1, about 1.7 or thereabout, and let's play price to see what price actually did in this case for me. And this is what price actually did. So if we keep moving with price, you could see it was a beautiful trade at this moment, and that was how we were able to hit our TP. Full TP was hit immediately, and then we had all of this. You could see what price kept doing, and price kept moving and moving high. So pretty much this was actually the trade I took, and that was what it turned out to be, giving me a very beautiful, you know, um, a very beautiful trade right here. And price just kept on going all the way up, and it kept moving all the way up, and it kept moving all the way up. So I got 1:1 at first, and then another thing I had to do was I had to take my first trade, and then I managed this other one. Immediately I watched price coming to this point, I had to take in another trade. I went on another long because I did what we call partial um partial take profit was what I actually did. Immediately price hit my take profit here, I went out on the trade. Then when I saw this retracement down here, because of how strong that particular order block was, I had to now enter up of this particular rejection candle here. Kept my stop loss immediately below the sweep, as you can see right here, and then I targeted another beautiful, you know, another I targeted this particular level where you're having this other block here, which is the next level, and this was actually 1:3, and this actually played out way for me. This was the level I actually targeted, this as this, this supply level, targeted this supply level here, and that was how I was able to make um you know I was actually able to gain this profit from these two entry on XAU USD. So I believe this was actually helpful to you. If you're new here, do to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I teach bring you educational video your way. You want to be part of our community? Links are right in the description. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Stay safe.